There we go. We're getting it set up here. Welcome to another edition of Perks on the Griddle. Let's see if we can zoom in. Yes, it does. Wow. I don't know how that's going to work just yet. I might have to do it. Oh well, we'll find out. If nothing else, we'll just zoom out a little bit. That's probably what we're going to do. Yes. Hopefully this is working out well. There we go. Perks on the Griddle. There we go. Okay, we got it going on. So hopefully you've joined me now. I am on 2 locations now. I am on my Facebook Live that you see there. Many of you are tuned in to Facebook, but I have started a YouTube channel. It's called For the Perks. And so we'll do anything that I do broadcasting wise, not broadcasting, not the 446 broadcasting, but anything I personally do, I will do hopefully on both channels. And I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, so please help me. Please help me. I have 3 subscribers right now, just because I haven't done anything with it. So I think those are probably family and maybe a friend. But so anyway, 3 subscribers on YouTube. So if you could hop over there and subscribe, like, and give me a comment, say, hey, thank you, jumped over from, tell me who you are, where you're at, say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I've subscribed, super. I would really appreciate that. Help me grow that channel. I'm going to see what it does, hear people talk about it. I've had several people tell me that I should start a YouTube channel because of these things that I do. And hopefully that'll get me even better prepared or more involved with it. Because most of the cooking stuff that I do it just live. I don't do a whole lot of the prepared, recorded, go back and edit it. Everything I do is just strictly live. It's just how I roll. So anyway, today, fresh pork chops. These come from my brother down there in the metropolitan area of Effie, Louisiana, which is in what is known as the parish, okay, in Avoyelles Parish. And so he is living in our dad's and our grandpa's old home place there. He's done some improvements to it, but he has cows, chickens, pigs, obviously, pork chops, all kinds of little critters running around there. He's even got, and we'll get back to that in just a moment. So let me turn on the light real quick. Maybe. Not sure how much that will help, but possibly some. Brighten it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and get these pork chops on here. They are bone-in pork chops, so they cook take a little bit longer to cook than boneless, because I don't know if you can hear that. That is absolutely dreamy sounding. Tell you what we're going to try to do. Get those in the middle portion, because that's where the most heat is. In the middle portion of the griddle. There's a big honking one there. All right. So hopefully some improvements here. Hopefully you can hear that. Goodness. So I am wearing a wireless mic, a new toy that I have picked up in doing these things. So I'll try to make it a little more audible. And pleasant to watch. It's one thing to have great video, and that's important, but it's another thing to be able to hear what you're talking about, because unless you're watching a ball game, hearing it is important, So got those on there. They're a good 5/8, right at 3/4 inch thick, somewhere in that area. So boneless ones take about 3.5-4 minutes per side. Bone in, probably about 6-ish minutes per side. I do have it on high heat. So let's start the old clock here and see what happens. I got them on there about a minute ago. So That is about 551, 552-ish anyway. So here we are doing this. The only downside to how this is broadcasting, because of me being able to stream it in 2 locations at the same time, I can't see the comments right away. I'll have to figure that part out, how to maybe bring comments in to see this. So hopefully this is all going as planned as to the locations that we're sending it to. So pretty neat. So if you see this little black square right here, try to blend it in with part of the shirt so it's kind of camouflaged it. Anyway, it's called the DJI mic. So buddy of mine, Doug, he has the Rode Wireless Go 2 mics, 2 transmitters, 1 receiver, and they worked really well. I said, hey, he's got those. I'm going to try the DJIs and see. I saw a lot of reviews on it. Some people say the DJIs are better than the Rodes. You know, it's kind of like when you're seasoning food. Some people say, oh, you got to season that with this. You need to season it with that. That's the best. This is the best. Well, it's all in your palate taste. So some microphones, no doubt, are going to sound better than other ones. I don't know if that'll allow me. Hopefully that did that. Okay. I'm hoping that got in focus right there on those. So, like I said, some people swear up and down by certain seasonings to put on certain things because that's the best. Well, that's the best flavor that they like in their flavor profile. So it fits your palate. So same thing what I would say with the mics. Some mics are going to sound better than other mics, and has the tone, appreciative tone that you're going for, that you're listening for. I honestly have no idea. This is my very first live broadcast with these. To do that, and it's got a lot of functionality. It is, the little receiver is actually under my shirt. I did that because I have my fan on over here to try to blow some of the heat from the griddle out. Had a nice little rain come through earlier, and has a nice feel in the air, if you will. So hopefully that's going well, or hopefully that will continue rather throughout the evening and into tomorrow. I was hopefully wanting to get out and cut grass again today. I've been doing a really good job of staying on top of it this summer so far. So with the rain coming in today, I said, well, I'll look at it tomorrow. Well, there's supposed to be thunderstorms tomorrow. I'll have to look and see if my timing will allow me. It wasn't a lot of rain we got today, but if my timing will allow me to get out there and try to chop this greenage down a little bit more. It's not bad, but I'm trying to stay on top of it. Like I said, doing my best to stay on top of it this summer. Actually, from now on, not just this summer. So those have been on for about 5 minutes from what we are going at on the timer. So I know I've jumped around a whole lot, and I apologize. It's kind of exciting out here cooking again. Hopefully this microphone system is working out well. We'll find out soon enough, I guess, in a few moments. So again, 2 locations. I'm going to say that several times through this. 2 locations now. You're probably watching on Facebook, but I'd love for you to get over to YouTube on my channel there that I'm starting up and trying a new venture there. Trying to start a YouTube channel to do these kind of things. It's called 4, the number 4, The Perks. And so when I do perks on the griddle, if I do anything else with perks in it, like when I fly my drone, I'll probably call that perks in the air. I'm going to start, I'll tell you now, I am going to start, I kind of had done it a while back, but just couldn't find the right setup. Didn't like the way it sounded whenever I had it set up before. So now with this wireless mic system, a lapel or lavalier mics, hopefully it'll sound better. But I will do a little daily devotion each day. I'm not sure if it'll be morning or evening. A buddy of mine does them already in the mornings. Great friend. He calls his broadcast that he does Steve Johnson down there in Walker, Louisiana, at the Walker High School. But he calls his a cup of coffee and a good book. So catch him in the mornings with his broadcast and take on a good daily devotion there. Get your morning started off with it. Oh man, I really hope that this mic is picking up the sound of these pork chops just to fry them away. So that was about 6 minutes there. Got a nice little char started on them. Some of them better than others. The ones further in the middle, obviously they're doing better. But yeah. Gotta watch. I've already picked it up, the but-ums. So it's kind of like the joke goes, a drum, a lamb, and a snake roll down the hill. But yeah. Anyway, so I'll try to stop the but-ums. So don't know how successful I'll be today, but it's something definitely I will work on. That would be a fun thing to run a counter on my. Oh my gosh, those are so good. Looking forward to tonight's meal. My little bride's got cooking up in there. This is my portion of it, so I'll tell you what she's got going here in just a moment. But that was a but, not a but. It would be fun to see how many of you could keep an accurate count of how many ums or but-ums, we'll go, those are probably the same things, that I say in a broadcast. Because some folks, a good friend of mine still, not that he's never been a good friend of mine, but a good friend of mine, he does it quite often. And so it's humorous because we'll do that, count how many times he says, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious for us. Now, I can't say that we've ever brought it to his attention. So I have to find another pause word that we're not going to count to make that happen. That'll be interesting to do. However, so we were rocking and rolling. Let me see, while y'all watch the pork chops, let me ask my little bride here, because I have to get another piece of foil on here. This one is dirty. So, and let me butter these up with a little more olive oil. Not that they need a lot, but they just that flavor is really good blended. Again, palate preference, right? Taste palate preference. I'll bring this olive oil in, and hopefully with this wireless mic system, it's going to work out well. Gotta get some more foil on that. My mic is on live, babe. Could you tell us what we are having? So we're doing pork chops. Let me close that door because we have a new little varmint running around the house that'll probably find an opening and exploit it. So I know we have acorn squash and Brussels. Okay, so what is this meal called tonight?
Maple Dijon pork chops with acorn squash and Brussels sprouts.
Maple Dijon pork chops with acorn squash and Brussels sprouts. Wow! And if I'm gonna show them the picture of it real quick. So hopefully this is still picking up. It's just a short distance inside here, but I'm gonna borrow her phone while she's getting that pan ready, and I'm gonna show you a picture of her screen. That is, and of course it's backwards. So enjoy the picture. How about that? We'll enjoy the picture. Again, that is maple Dijon pork chops with acorn squash and Brussels sprouts. Good stuff there. Good stuff there. Here's your phone, love. Thank you. Thank you. Won't be long. I'll do a cut test to see if they're ready. I'll borrow a little knife too. Our thermometer, our probe, our temperature probe, accidentally fell into some water. So, yeah, and there's that. So I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'll do a push test on them. Oh, that feels done. That definitely feels done. All right, so I'm gonna probably flip them back over because I put olive oil on this side to give it a few more minutes on this other side, just to get its to cook out that olive oil, to get rid of it. So, my goodness, here we are, July the 5th. Hopefully everyone had a happy 4th of July yesterday and celebrated our nation's independence. Thankfully to all of our service people for making that happen, and our folks from a long time back making the trek over seas to start this new world that we are in. It's seen a lot of changes since then, and even there's some more there, even some more even through our lifetime. So pork chops, I believe, are ready. So that'll be coming off of the stove. Let me let her know. Pork chops will be coming off in just a few moments. So she's in there baking off the Brussels sprouts and onions and the butternut, acorn squash rather, while I'm doing this. It looks phenomenal. You saw the picture of it. Looking for it. She has found these little different meals and helps us throughout the week prepare for some stuff and put some things together, make some meal plans, so it makes it nice, and has the list of ingredients of what you need to pick up from the store. She puts them in the list, puts them in her cart, whatever, and off to the grocery store we go and pick them up. We still have not done the whole put it in a call ahead and have them shop for you. We still like to go and do it ourselves, so haven't quite crossed that line yet. I'm sure we're not far from it though, because when we get coffee, if the place has it, a lot of times we will order ahead with our coffee. That way it's ready when we get there, so that's pretty nice. Sometimes it doesn't take long for them to prepare the coffees. Sometimes, I guess it just depends on how busy they are. So we're getting really ready. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. We're getting ready to start up this year. So it is July 5th. August is right around the corner, and that's when we will be back in school. Teachers go back at the beginning of August. The students will come back that second week, I believe it is, in August. And next time I'm on here, I'll have some dates for you to be back and get started. Jamborees will be right around the corner. With 446 Sports, we have 5 of the local teams right here in Central Louisiana, 5 of them, that we will be broadcasting their games and coaches shows for them each week. And as an added bonus, on Sunday nights, Sunday afternoon, we will meet up as the broadcasters of these 5 teams, and we will host a little Sunday night show and talk about our MVPs, talk about our games, talk about the MVPs, talk about what we saw, what we liked, things that they need to work on, what happened last week, what's going to be happening the week to come, what to expect. Kind of a little preview and reminiscence of talk about our games from our perspective. And then on the coaches' shows throughout the week, we will talk about the games through the coaches' eyes and the players. And then on game day, you get to see for yourself. So 446 Sports, place to be. And we say on 446 Sports, well, what are you watching? So we will get to back here now, live actions here at the Perkins house. Taking these pork chops off of the griddle. Remember, Perks on the Griddle, For the Perks, YouTube. Make sure you go to YouTube, For the Perks on YouTube, for the number 4 and the Perks on YouTube, a YouTube channel I'm starting up. It's actually been there a little while because I've had the idea for a little bit. I just working on some stuff, reading a little bit about it, how to get things going, what it takes, all those kinds of things, all the tricks and tips, what to expect, how soon to expect it, how to make it grow. And so one of the first things that I learned watching and reading about on how to make it grow is obviously you got to get the word out. And so that's what I'm doing, broadcasting on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time, encouraging my folks. You got to be quick and careful when you pick up the food off the hot griddle. But you got to get the word out. And that's what I'm trying to do with all my Facebooks, folks. I thank you for being there on Facebook, but really could use your help in growing my YouTube channel. For the Perks. Remember that, For the Perks. Subscribe to it. Give me a comment on it, like it, ring the bell. There you go. So, like that's the part I forgot. So, like on Facebook Live, whenever I go live, it automatically pops up there and you see it. Hey, For the Perks is live, or Chuck Perkins is live, and you'll see Perks on the Griddle. You can do the same thing on YouTube. If you ring that little notification bell, when I go live, you'll get it notified right away. You'll get the notification right away. And if you can watch it right then, super. If not, that's the beauty of it, is it is there for you to come back to. And, the other thing is putting together good content. So that's a challenge in itself. I like to cook. I've heard a lot of folks that have enjoyed this, and, I'm not doing it for money. If I did make money off of it, all the more better. But I'm doing it because I like it. I'm having fun, and that's why I don't do the whole plan out the show ahead of time and go back and edit it down and do all that. I like it live. Hopefully you do too. And as we say here on Perks on the Griddle, we're going to go ahead inside and eat some of this pork chops, acorn squash, and onions, and I promise you it's going to be yummy. If I can find how to turn it off. There we go.